Okay, how are you? I downloaded the files you shared, and I've gone through this requirement. This is something doable in R. I even followed the link, did a few search to find the CSS selectors and the IDs and the name and the classes. So you are offering a good pay for this, but I'll do it for you for a half price. Let me show you how I've done your work in R. So this is my R. I always like using Markdown, but I can use whichever IDE you prefer. So in this Markdown, first of all, we need to install the libraries that we will need: Rselenium, Tidyverse, String R, and Binman. So all these, you load them, you run it. I've run the code. Let me just clear this environment, clear everything. So right now I don't have any code running, but if you check what I've done, you will need to run the first one, which is not having any errors. Then you run the second one, where I have included the word and with explanations of what you can do. All these I've explained bit by bit. So we run that, and this will open a Chrome somewhere. So just check my taskbar. You will see another Chrome being created that is being controlled by another Chrome being created, which is being controlled by the Selenium. Okay, we just give it time. I can see in the background it's connecting to the remote server. Good, and it has opened a remote server. So this remote server, we expect it to open it, yes, and do the search for National Science Foundation. So this is the landing page, and you can see it is a Selenium because it's being controlled by automated test software. So I'll minimize this and do the rest, or let me use it side by side so that if we do something in R, you can be able to see it. So I can expand this, that's enough. So the next code chunk is doing we are going to do for the first two. This my code is only downloading the files directly into my downloads, but you can set where you want it to be saved and even change the titles. If you avoid me the job, I'll just do that for you comfortably. So we've performed for loop to search and download all awards. I'm only going to download the first two in your list to not overburden the website, because this is just a demo. We find the search area, field 1, that is the ID, and then we clear. We clear if there is anything typed here, like if I typed something, it will clear that thing first, and then after clearing it, we will type the award number that we want. After clearing, then we will find this search button and find the search button. Then from there we will click the search button. We'll click it. So after you click it, you will have to wait. So we have included a system sleep of 10 seconds. 10 seconds is enough for the whole website to load properly, so that we don't have an error. Then we get the Excel download button, and then we also click it. So after clicking it, it will download, and again we need to wait for at least another 5 seconds. We wait for at least another 5 seconds for it to be downloaded. Then we perform the process again. Then we go back to the second name, clear it, and download. So this can be done repeatedly. So let's run it, and then you check on the control if it is really doing something. So it has cleared, pasted, the first one. So there is something wrong somewhere. An element could not be found, which means there is a problem with my. I want to diagnose this on the screen because you might also end up with it. So no such element, which means what did it do? It first of all cleared, so I want to rerun it again and see where the problem is. Okay, it deletes, pastes. Okay, so it doesn't look for the search. So it is the search which is not being found. So I just highlight it, select it like that, right click, inspect. So I want to see if the path I've provided is okay. So I can expand this a bit so that I can see that's enough. Okay, so let me right click again and inspect. So on click, so this is what we need. This is the image we need. So this image is what we need to click on. So you right click it, copy. I can use expert. Experts do not change anyhow, so let me use expert. So instead of CSS selector, let me use expert, and then paste it here. After copying it from the website, I paste it here. Okay, so I can close that, and I believe this will remain for a longer period of time. Okay, if you check here, there is some error, so let me undo. And because I've used double quote, and the expert also has a double quote, so I'm using single quote. Okay, so I can close the inspect on this side and rerun the code again and see what will happen. Okay, so we clear, we paste. Good, so it's waiting for it. It has again waited, and all of them have been downloaded. If I